This is Paul Newman, and if you are seeing this screen, I am hoping to. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video on my own personal YouTube channel. Thank you very much for taking the time to join me today. As always, it is very much appreciated. Fantastic week. Last week, safe to say, Sovereignty taking out his second classic of the season in the US, the Belmont Stakes. Followed by, there was another classic last week. Camille Pissarro was last week, wasn't it? The French Derby, was that last week? Oh no, it was the UK Derby and Oaks, wasn't it? We had the UK Oaks was won and was not won by Classic Watch, the UK Oaks. Oh, it was. Mini Hawk, sorry, took out. It's the Derby, where we were nowhere near. Sorry, my mistake. I watched so many classics that I have to take a look and work out where we were. A long way away in the Derby. The ground might have gone against them, I think. The ruling court was a non-runner. You know, we got two with the same second dam in the race, and one of them's a non-runner. Then you don't really know, do you? And then, not total non-event, the Derby. But we bounced back with victories in the UK Oaks and the Belmont, courtesy of Mini Hawk and Sovereignty. This week coming up, it's the French Derby, the French Oaks, the Prix de Diane in Chantilly. So we're going to take another quick look at another horse based in France in this video. So where can people find these horses? Classicwatch25.great/site.net is where these horses will be found at some point. You'll see got Australian trained horses, Japanese trained horses, USA, UK, Ireland and France at the moment. Hoping to get some German horses on there at some point as we head towards their Group 1 for 3-year-olds only, the German Derby and the German Oaks. But horses aren't there, the horses aren't there. You know, these things can't be forced. If anything, I've learnt that from last year. But we're not going to try and force any in the French Oaks. We're just going to try and have a look. If there's any related to ours, we have to pick them up, don't we? You know, as well as the ones we've already got. Which brings us to this one here, Cankoura. Cankoura, a filly, born on the 9th of March 2022, sired by Persian King, out of Candalia. Persian King, who the stallion of losing faith in by the week, really. This one did not go through any public sales. This one was bred by the Aga Khan and is owned by the Aga Khan and trained by Francis-Henri Graffard. Can't really get much of a look with the ones identified in my Persian King sales article from 2023. You know, this was in that crop, the first crop, but this was never for sale to the public. You'll see the horse has won 3 out of her 5 starts for earnings so far together with breeders' premiums of €117,250. The horse out of a dam called Candalia, who herself was sired by Dalakani. People take a look at the form on France Gallop. They'll see the horse was only 6th on debut at St. Cloud last November. Came out at Chantilly, won a maiden, then came out at Chantilly again and won a Class 1 race in March. The horse then stepped up to Patent Company, was 4th at Chantilly before winning at the end of April, the 22nd of the 5th. The horse won the listed Prix Finland at Paris-Longchamp. And that is the run, I think, that's going to get her on this video. It's fair to say she's just managed to come right at the right time. I know some people like to look at these things on the Racing Post. The best rating the horse has achieved is a rating of 100, which the horse gained when it beat Ilda Rosa, by a length at Longchamp in the Prix Finland. It was 4 lengths behind American Gal. I think a horse that reopposes, when odds-on favourite that day, after winning a Class 1 by 9 lengths, running to a mark of 99. But again, it's only up to 100 just in this race. So you have to say that the form of the horse probably leaves it with plenty to find at this stage. So it's a pedigree job. Has this horse got the pedigree to find the necessary improvement that it needs? That's what people will need to ask themselves, I think. Cankoura, you'll see there, everything is right. 5 starts, 3 wins, €67,000. You'll see the dam line at the moment on the Pedigree Online Thoroughbred database is 4M. That is the pedigree that people need. We'll take a look, really. This is a very short video because it's actually a baby sister of a horse we looked at last year. Candala. Candala, a filly, born in 2021, sired by Frankel. out of Candalia. She ended up winning 2 out of her 7 starts and was third in another 3. Earnings of €89,300 and 8,125 American dollars. Interesting horse, a trial winner last year, won the Group 3 Prix de la Grotte 2024, and the horse was third in 2 Group 2 races, the Prix de Mailleret and the Prix Alec Head. A disappointing horse, really. It ran in classics and just never proved to be good enough, unfortunately, which was quite a surprise to me, because I quite fancied it. So hopefully we're just a year too early, and Cankoura will be able to go a little bit better than Candalia, and even at least try and get us placed in this sort of race, these sort of races. She never ran in the Guineas, this horse, like we know, like Candalia did last year. So what we can do now is, before we take a look at the dam of this horse and we watch Cankoura win her race, I can, instead of to save us banging on replication about the pedigree of last year's horse, I can include a card to the horse Candalia in this video, and I will do that now. And then it's just a matter of looking at the dam of the horse, Candalia, and seeing where we are on the historical pedigree and watching the horse win the Prix Finland, I think. So we will do that now. Candalia, the dam, a mare born in 2012, sired by Dalakani out of Kandara. People will see that Candalia raced 16 times in her career, 6 wins, 5 seconds and 2/3. In the first 3 in 13 of her 16 starts. Very good horse. Earnings of €475,820. Racing in France. Very good filly, Candalia. At 3 and 4, she was a Group 2 at 3 in 2015. She was placed in the Group 1 Prix Vermeil, and she was a Group 2, Group 3 and listed winner. She won the listed Prix de Thiberville, the Group 3 Prix Minerve and the Group 2 Prix de Royaume, a race which is now a Group 1, which the sister to Delacroix won last year for O'Brien. Grateful. At 4, the horse added another Group 2 to his record. He won the Group 2 Prix Maurice de Noy and was placed in other Group 2 and Group 3 races that year as well. So the horse is a Group 1 placed, dual Group 2, Group 3 and listed winner. Candalia, she's also a black type producer from horses that will be touched at on the Candalia card video recently. Very interesting dam, you'll see. On the historical dam line 4M, you will see that we had to go quite a way back to her find hours. Alla Dancer, the 5th dam of Candalia, foaled in 1968. We couldn't find on the site that we used, the historical site. I think we found Alla Blue, born in 1945. There she is, look. And Mock Orange, the next one, born in 1959. But there's no sign of Alla Dancer on there. I can see I'm blind again. Look, there I am, Alla Dancer and River Lullaby. It's been happening a lot recently, this has. I do really need to pay more attention, because there's River Lullaby. It's drifting. We actually fall off in 1994. So I've got so used to just scrolling down, you see, to find the relatives like that I keep forgetting it's like that when they are very closely related. But yeah, Alla Dancer, River Lullaby is on the site. So it's about the 3rd dam of Candalia, drifting, born in 1994, that there is no sign of on the historical site. But yeah, watch the card. You'll get a good look at a few of these horses, I should imagine, as well as a few more. So now, really, it's just a matter of working out whether we think Cankoura, is a classic horse. I mean, chances are the Stallion would be a major negative for me, not many of the others. I don't think I've missed many. When I do my Persian King review video, it'll be interesting to see just how bad that Stallion has been. You know, this is one of very few pattern race winners signed by the Stallion, I think, Persian King at this stage. I was hoping for many, many more than that. But all the Stallion is similar to Verdani, signed by Churchill, isn't it? You know, people are crab Churchill. We're all about the dam lines here. Now, dam line is strong. You know, and we look at the entries of the horse, you will see that he's a probable participant, that means in French, and on the French Gallop site for the Prix de Diane this coming Sunday. So there is probably a fair chance that Cankoura will prove to be some sort of classic horse, even if it's just for this one run. She was in the Allery but never took part. Not even once was she entered in the Guineas, I don't think. Fairly certain that she wasn't. She was never entered in the French 1,000 guineas, so she's always been a little bit behind. She was entered in the Sandringham, which was an interesting entry. That's normally gets a few guineas horses running that. But she ran instead in the Pre-Finland a week or so before than the Sandringham on Derby Day. But yeah, probable participant on the 15th of the 6th. So I should imagine if nothing goes wrong, Cankoura will be a classic horse. And she will be on Classic Watch 25. So it's time now really to take a look at the listed Pre-Finland late last month at Longchamp. Watch Cankoura go round in that, gain her pattern race victory, and then we will see what we think of the race.
All set, under orders, and away they go for this listed race for 3-year-old fillies over 1,800 metres. And as they move away, it's Wassail, probably just about leading early, with Reine de Medici in the centre and towards the near side Ilda Rose. These three followed by the grey, Cankoura, the favourite, and then tucked in behind, just getting in the slipstream of Cankoura is Pas de Dame, and on the inner of that one is Temptable in the Judgment colours, as Wassail takes them along for Stéphane Pasquier. Cankoura moves up on the outer, now just a length behind in second, in front of Ilda Rose, towards the Ilda Rosa, towards the inside in third. Reine de Medici, Alexis Bouchan races fourth, being trailed by Temptable, and finally on the inside, Pas de Dame, Yoretz Mendithabal, as they go right-handed for the first time. So moving down towards the halfway point, racing downhill into the full straight, and it's Wassail. Now a length and a half in front, Cankoura, striding strongly in second, with Ilda Rosa covered up on the inside third. Reine de Medici is now got just behind the favourite in fourth. Following those, Pas de Dame on the inner and Temptable on the outer, as they now turn into the home straight, well past the 600 post and down to the 500. So Cankoura, with a free run up on the outer, now asked to take on Wassail for the lead. Reine de Medici trying to keep up, as is Ilda Rosa towards the inside. The other two seem beaten off. It's Cankoura who's still in front. Ilda Rosa might be the danger, if there is one, as Cankoura has to be vigorously ridden, but is still in front. Ilda Rosa's going to go into second with Reine de Medici behind, but Cankoura justifies favouritism to win. Ilda Rosa second, and back in third, Reine de Medici.
Well, really hard to ascertain really what to expect, isn't it? That just looked like your usual run-of-the-mill French listed race. This is a Group 1 race, the French Classic, upcoming this weekend. It's clear really that Cankoura has plenty to find on the form, on the bare evidence of that listed Pre-Finland victory at Longchamp last month, isn't it? I mean, yeah, the horse travelled round nicely. But yeah, like the commentator said, it took a while to get to the leader, and then once she went past the leader, she wasn't really that decisive, was she? And she had to be kept up to her work to score there at listed level. She was a long odds on shot that day. I don't think she will be as short in the French Classic. You know, it's going to be interesting to see what the market makes of the two Aga Khan fillies, Mandanaba, that's turned up from the French Guineas that I don't really fancy, and this one. Be interesting to see who rides what and who makes what on the day. But I do like the pedigree of this one. I chanced Scandala last year, so I was always going to chance this one if she managed to get the parameters right, ideally win last time out before a Classic. And just like her big sister, she's managed to do that. Scandala won her Group 3 before the Guineas. This has managed to win her Group 3 before the listed race, so yeah, it's definitely worthy of a place on the Classic Watch 25 possibles at this time. And she might even get on the Classic Watch probables horses later on early next week, if she takes her time and runs in the French Oaks. All right, I think I can leave this video here now. Thank you very much to everybody for taking the time to watch it. Again, under 15 minutes for a horse. I'm not doing too bad at this, am I? So far, the last couple have been quite short. What I will do is I will leave a copy of all the Classic Watch 25 possibles as a playlist for you all to watch at the end of this video, should you wish to. So you can look at all the Classic Watch 24 possibles, not the horses on the site. Some have fallen short and not made it to Classics. You know, like Twain is on there, that sort of horse. And there's others as well, not as many as this year because I've tried to keep them off the site if they're not going to run in classics. It saves me working as well, saves me wasting time on horses that are not going to run in any of my processes. You know, but yeah, there's always some very interesting horses in them Classic Watch 25 possibles. And I will also leave I will also leave an opportunity for those of you who have watched this video without subscribing to the channel. I will give you all an opportunity to do just that, subscribe to the channel. That way you will not miss any more content moving forward as well, horses, etc. Maybe sales articles, other things, bits and bobs that I like to put on the channel every now and again as well. But for now, I think I can leave this channel here. Like I said, it's now a solid Tuesday, so enjoy the rest of your week. Heading into the middle of June, Royal Ascot next week. A week today is Royal Ascot, but we've got the French Oaks, the Prix de Niam, heading up first before Royal Ascot. There's no classics at Royal Ascot. We might find a few Irish guineas and Irish Oaks clock types, though. Who knows? Got to be wary of the Ribblesdale, Newman. This is an early warning in history to Newman. If he watches this video back, do not move forward with the Ribblesdale winner. What is the worst that can happen? Let's see what the race turns up this year. I think it gave us Port Fairy last year. I think I was last in the Irish Oaks. So it'll be interesting to see what wins the Ribblesdale this year. Got some idea what it might be. Let's see what goes for it. But for now, I think we can leave this video here. Enjoy the rest of your week, everybody. Enjoy Royal Ascot as well next week if you have a go. Take care of yourselves and your loved ones. Look after yourselves, and goodbye for now. Goodbye.